Hello everybody, welcome to my stream here. Today we're going to be doing some World of Illusion episode 2 in PSOBB WOI Ultima. I'm going to be using my RA cast. His name's Cold One. Take this as an opportunity to let you guys know that me and my daughter have decided to start a YouTube channel. More to follow on that. It's going to be separate from this one. I may transfer over some of the content, but to be honest, I may keep this completely separate. Don't want to break all the links or anything like that for the Ultima website. But yeah, we're going to be doing multiple games, doing some interesting things. We play Flight Simulator currently, which is super fun, very unique, 1-to-1 scale of the Earth. But we'll talk about that a little bit more in another video. But yeah, we're having a lot of fun with that, and of course I still play Dynasty Star here on Ultima, and don't see that changing anytime soon. Today we're playing with the UPS team, French speakers, but bilingual most of them, so I can communicate. Until they start jabbering on French too much, then I can't keep up. So that's that, no PT there. This is the best way to farm photon drops, and actually some pretty good drops off Olga now. I got a new mic today, a blue Snowball Ice. We're giving that a shot. See how it sounds compared to the old crappy one on my headset. Should sound a bit better. And I do have a squeaky chair, so unfortunately that gets picked up in videos too, but this is something I hope to rectify soon, get a sensible chair that doesn't make noise every time I move around. This is not a usual group we have here either. It's a fairly good group. R78 is the one who's playing Bandita, I believe that's the name. I would not recommend anybody considering using Dark Flow in this with little to no health. There's a couple of reasons for that actually. One of the main reasons is it forces the force, there you go, forces the force to not heal as much the other players. In our case, it's not a big deal. We're all kind of wearing Sonic Team armors and kind of have the ideal equipment. But yeah, it could certainly get kind of shady with lower end groups. That's not an insult to anybody who's just starting off or anything like that. It's just the way it is. Dark Flow requires extreme knowledge, which she has, of where things spawn, but it also requires a bit of luck. And she was just saying there that self-resta, yes, it is possible to just heal yourself as a foe. Did I get one there? No. On to the next wave. So yeah, now we're living in a world that's pretty different. You know, COVID-19 and everything else. It's certainly going to be one to remember. A lot of people have been impacted by this horrible situation. Hoping you know, another year or so we get back to somewhat of normal life. I've actually been working remotely for pretty much 6 months. And while on one hand you think, oh, working from home is great, you know, it's not ideal. I think you need that socialization. You need to get out there with your workmates, and yeah, to take that away, especially for people that are social. I'm a fairly social guy, and all of a sudden here I am. I'm in my downstairs office room and not seeing people really. Now Cisco WebEx has really been a help for that. We've had the ability to see people, but you know, it's just not the same, you know. And you miss going out to lunch and stuff, and I'm sure that, you know, the restaurants certainly miss us going out to lunch too. So if you can, support your local restaurants, especially the ones that you do like, because a lot of them aren't going to survive through all of this. Looks like he wants to do a twins. So I'm going to do a moose. Yeah, so when you chain photon blasts, a lot of you already know this, but the shift and the band increase drastically. I believe with 2 and donations we'll be up, yeah, 65. So 65 is really freaking good. Better than you can get legitimately through a force, which is 30. Arsene is such a risk taker. It's crazy. Takes a lot of confidence. I'm pretty decent with the Dark Flow myself, but I'm not that confident. I never play super high risk type roles in any game I play. I usually play tanky builds. I'd rather survive a hit, because you know what, you can't possibly be accountable for all the variables. You know, if I move a little bit to the left in front of her, then she gets one-shotted, and that's my fault. But it gives no room for error. But she's that good. One of the very few. These flowers, yeah, you don't want to get hit by these. Blinded. Yeah, when I first started this this quest, my God, I died a lot. But eventually you figure out that, you know, for me in particular, I use Cure Freeze and Cure Confuse. Probably not what everyone does, to use Soul Atomizers on the fly. I don't even want to take the chance of getting confused or frozen in this quest, because you can get instantly killed, especially if you're frozen. She's crazy. Look at her. Blows my mind. Freeze all that. Nope. Had her back there. And ding, I'm at 100 again, for God's sakes. So, yeah, so this part here is a little stupid in a way. How would you know that this is the safe zone? We only know by word of mouth. So, here's what I'm going to tell you guys. If you get the laser fences open on this side, this is where you need to be. You need to hug this wall. I usually face backwards and make sure I'm pinned in as far as possible. Because due to desync, you might think you're safe, but you can still die. Over here, I'm about to show you, is technically another safe spot. I always face the wall. Sure, you get an enemy spawn, but it takes 2 seconds to turn around, right? And you live. But directly across over there by the other doors, in the far corner to the left, is where you want to be if those laser doors open first. I'm just gonna, oh, blew my freeze. Used a little bit of hell there, I can see that. That's one of the things I usually swap out my V502. For my cure freeze after the, I think it's the third wave. I don't like status effects. I really don't. I think that if you can avoid a status effect that can halt the movement of your character, I think that needs to be fundamental. And in my case, it has saved me more times than I can count. We've got the switch room here. So I'm going to briefly explain this as we go along. Those 4 switches activate bombs, multiple bombs that do 7,000 damage, which is enough to kill the flowers immediately. That's kind of, it's like the mini game in the middle, I call it. So we've got a flower over there, we've got a flower over here. We need to make sure they die first. And I gotta keep my force safe from getting nailed by Gibbles, because they can one-shot a foam arrow. We don't want to lose our force this early. All those pylons in the middle, people get confused, but really, they're quite simple. Those switches correlate to the south, and then west, and then, of course, it's just left, and then top left, and then top right, and then bottom left. Basically, it's pretty simple. So what we're hoping not to see there we go. So she just hit that one. Or I should say he did. Get confused because she has a character as well called Insectic. And there we go. That's 2 down. Now we need to get the hell out of here because they're going to spawn on this side too. So I'm going to run right where these flowers were. Avoid the purple. So now we've got spawn over here, and they're all going to die. As you can, oh no, she was too close. Too close. So now we're going to get spawn back here, directly across from me. And they're all going to die. So now we just need to make sure we have corner control and hope for the best in regards to the SV spawns. Oh god, purple. We'll wish them the best of luck. So yeah, oh god, don't teleport it over to me. Don't get me killed. Did he survive it? Is he afraid to move? I don't blame him. Noodle. And there we go. Switch room complete. I'm going to switch my Ryan off 5. I find that's easiest way to kill Olga. Olga has interesting hit points. They're vertical and piercing hit points. So you want to use Burning Visit or say Dark Flow or Ryan off 5 or Dark Meteor Special, because you'll see that it'll hit more than 1 point. And rifle animation is faster than shotgun animation, which of course shotgun is exactly what a Dark Meteor is technically, just really overpowered one. And yes, animation speed definitely has an impact on your damage per second. In that case, I think the DF actually did less damage. There it is. Extremely good as a hunter. I'm pretty decent myself, but I would never, ever, like I said, take a chance on using DF pretty much for the duration. You gotta know the spawns so well. So here we are. Olga, let's hope he gives us a drop. Big thing is here, you have to wait a few seconds before you attack. He needs to make some grunting noises before you attack. There he is. We don't want to get stepped on here, because he can one-shot you. And of course he's running for me, right? Switch to Psycho Raven. And that's it. So we lost one person. Unfortunately a little bit too close to the switch bombs in switch room. But that's okay. So let's see if we get a drop here. I'm not sure what ID we are. I believe we might be green. I think we're green. Chance for SJS. Wouldn't that be something? It can happen, I guess. It's never happened for me. Die grinder. So it's important to blow up these boxes. That's pretty funny. Alright. Thanks for watching, everyone. That was a fun run.